gotta see this. Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, through his lyrics, visuals, and uncompromising artistic vision, has presented a unique take on the Black experience for an entire generation. In his music, we've seen the pitfalls and pleasures of Compton, California. Kendrick has fought his demons, danced with joy through California streets, sought to keep his head above water in a city drowning, and been baptized in holy fire.
Trust me.
Kendrick's visual progression has transformed him from Compton's human sacrifice into one of the most important rappers of the past decade. Damn is currently the highest-selling album of the year. Entire arenas are rapping Humble a cappella, and countless fans are lining up at pop-up shops to emulate Kung Fu Kenny. This year, Kendrick leads the pack with 8 nominations, and Humble is fighting for Video of the Year. Humble, directed by David Myers and the Little Homies, was the beginning of bringing the singular vision of Damn to life. The Homies, comprised of Kendrick and TDE president Dave Free, co-directed all 4 of Damn's music videos. In a 2015 article for MTV News, Free described the birth of the group. The first idea that sparked the concept of the Little Homies was probably a video I did back in the day with Kendrick. We put the concept together and then we brought in my guy Mike. He helped us choreograph it together.
'Cause ignorance is bliss.
I'm talking about Ignorance is Bliss. With the release of Humble, DNA, Element, and Loyalty, Kendrick and Free have weaved an interconnected narrative comprised of 3 common themes: the duality of Kendrick Lamar, the eternal cycle of damnation for those who succumb to sin, and the price we pay for forgetting the Christian God is a vengeful one.
And that's the whole thing I like about the art of things, man, for people to actually make the connection and connect the dots.
2 Kendricks appear in each Damn video. One is always represented by the color white, and the other by the color black. The Kendricks dressed in black range from Lamar doing his best Steve Jobs impression to fully committing to his Kung Fu Kenny persona. When Kendrick is in white, he appears as a young pope and even a possessed Don Cheadle. In a Rolling Stone interview, Kendrick described the idea of duality as it related to Humble. It's the ego. When you look at the song titles on this album, these are all my emotions and all my self-expressions of who I am. That's why I did a song like that, where I just don't give a fuck, or I'm telling the listener, you can't fuck with me. But ultimately, I'm looking in the mirror. What makes the appearance of the 2 Kendricks intriguing is the use of black and white to portray good versus evil, purity versus sin, and the eventual demise or resurrection of at least one of the Lamars. The physical and metaphorical death of Kendrick in Humble, DNA, Element, and Loyalty can be a symbol for the self-inflicted purgatories or personal hells we create on Earth.
I don't like that. I got loyalty, got royalty inside my DNA.
Kendrick has a history of playing with the nature of 2 sides existing on the same plane. Many listeners have claimed that you can listen to Damn backwards with the story thematically still working. Fans have also reversed backwards vocals on songs like Fear and Duckworth to reveal their hidden messages and meanings.
I grew up without a father and die in a gunfight.
Professor Adam Deal, a lecturer at Augusta University who has taught an English class based off Good Kid, Mad City, described why death is such a major theme in Kendrick's work.
The knowledge that death is going to happen is part of what gives him the urgency that he has to make these records that are so rich and deep and intricate. It's almost like every time he's making a record, he's trying to make like his last testament.
The final visual theme that brings the motifs and overarching narrative of Kendrick together is the idea that the Christian God is one to be feared. The idea of a vengeful God is apparent in how we understand the death of Kendrick in each video. When Kendrick forgoes being humble, he dies. When Kung Fu Kenny retaliates against Don Cheadle, his body ends up in a casket. As Lamar succumbs to the swell of rage that entraps those around him, he falls and drowns in his own anger. Finally, when Lamar gives in to lust and temptation, he sinks. In this sense, the Damn visuals are reminiscent of Dante's Inferno as Kendrick travels through different layers of hell represented by lust, greed, and violence.
With that being said, it's not even me. This is God's work, you feel what I'm saying? And I'm glad it happened that way because we have a message to thrive off of, you know, rather than just constantly looking at the news and we feeling victim.
There are other Easter eggs to unpack in the Damn visuals. The Element video, directed by Jonas Lindstrom, houses numerous references to the work of photojournalist Gordon Parks.
They won't take me on my element. Nah, take me on my element.
Religious imagery from Pentecostal flames, Leonardo da Vinci's The Last Supper, and hellhounds appear throughout each video. The audience, MTV News included, has seen every step of Kendrick's evolution. For almost a decade, Kendrick Lamar has pushed the boundaries of his artistry by summoning the strength, determination, wit, and talent to deliver albums that not only challenged himself, but the listener. It wasn't until Damn that Kendrick took the lessons of his previous albums and made them coalesce into a seamless project about the depths we sink into sin and the price we pay on our way to salvation.